Hello viewers, in this video we'll be discussing about GST return filing due dates for various category of taxpayers. I, Shubham Ketan, am very happy to present this video in front of all of you. First, let me discuss about these 3B due dates for turnover more than 5 crores. For month of February, March and April, the time period up to which no late fees and interest was applicable was 15 days from the actual due date of filing the return. So for instance, for the month of February, the due date was 20th of March. So 15 days after that was 4th of April. Up to this date, if I file my returns, no late fees and interest would be applicable. Further, there's also one particular date which is the waiver date which we need to keep in mind here. Let's say up to 24th of June, if we have filed our returns, in that case late fees would not be applicable, but interest at the rate of 9% would be applicable. But if I am filing my returns after 24th of June, interest would be applicable at the rate of 9% from 5th of April to 24th of June on a slab wise basis. Thereafter, from 25th of June, interest rate would be 18%. So whichever date I file my returns, after 5th of April to 24th of June, rate would be 9%, but after this it would be from 25th of June, it would be calculated once again at the rate of 18%. Late fees, we need to remember, is not prospective. If I am filing my returns after 24th of June, which is the waiver date, my late fees would be applicable from the retrospective date, which is 21st of March. Similarly, for the month of March and April, this due date would be calculated 15 days after 20th April and 20th May respectively, and the 24th June waiver date remains the same, right? So you can obviously read these slides. I'm sure you would be able to understand the due dates for them as well. Now we're talking about GSTR 3B dates for turnover less than 5 crores, right? So for February month, when you're talking about less than 5 CR for certain category of taxpayers who are registered in these states which are mentioned at the right, for them by 30th of June, if I am filing my returns, late fees and interest would not be applicable. But after 30th of June, if I am filing, once again late fees is retrospective, which is from 23rd of March. We need to remember their due date was 22nd March earlier, because they were having a turnover of less than 5 CR. It was prescribed earlier. But interest once again would be prospective and not retrospective from 1st of July. However, this 9% lower interest rate is applicable up to 30th September. If you are filing a return after 30th September, in that case, the interest rate would be 18% starting from 1st of October. From 1st July to 30th September, it will be 9%, but after that, it will be 18%. Similarly, for the month of March and April, I'll be calculating from 3rd of July and 6th of July when it comes to interest. Late fees once again would be retrospective from their actual due dates. When we are talking about May, June and July, right, we need to remember that the due date was already extended. For May, the due date was 12th of July, June 24th of July, July 24th of August. If I am filing my returns before this time period, which is mentioned, which is the relevant period which I said, in that case, no late fees and interest would be applicable. However, for May, June and July, there's also a waiver date which is there. Let's say for the month of May up to 12th of September, if you're filing your returns, no late fees and no interest. But if you're filing after 12th of September, in that case, the late fees would start from the due date, which was 12th of July. That means it would start from 13th of July, right? Interest, as I said, would always be prospective. If I am filing my return late after 12th of September, interest would start from 13th of September. And as I mentioned, for all category of taxpayers having turnover of less than 5 crores, the interest would be at a lower rate of 9% up to 30th September. So even for the month of May, if I'm filing after 13th of September, interest rate would be 9% up to 30th September. Thereafter, the interest rate would be 18%. So basically, I have a threshold date till which I am filing my return. Let's say 12th of September, 23rd, 27th of September for May, June, and July respectively. If I am filing my returns, in that case, late fees and interest would be not applicable. But if I am filing after these dates, in that case, late fees would be applicable from the retrospective due dates, but interest would be prospective up to 30th September, 9%. After 30th September, it would be 18%. For August, the due date has been extended up to 1st of October. So up to this date, no late fees and interest. But after 1st of October, late fees and interest would be prospective starting from the due date, which will be from 2nd of October. Now, for less than 5 crores, for second category of states, the principle remains the same with regard to levy of late fees and interest. Of course, the due dates have gone a little on the higher side here, wherein for March they have extended from 3rd of July to 5th of July. For second category of taxpayers, for April it is 9th of July instead of 6th of July in the earlier case. Apart from that, the principle remains the same, so I'm not discussing that once again for sake of not repeating it. May, June and July, once again the due dates have gone a little ahead. So for May up to 15th of September, if you're filing your returns, no late fees and interest. But if you're filing after 15th of September, late fees would be from the due date, which was up to 14th of July. Late fees would be starting from 15th of July. Interest, as I said, would be prospective from 16th of September. 9% interest rate would be there till 30th September. After that, it would be 18%. And for August, the due date which is there is 3rd of October. After 3rd of October, the late fees and interest would be starting prospectively. But for May, June and July, the interest would start prospectively on a slab-wise basis up to 30th September 9%, after 30th September 18%. But late fees would start from a retrospective date, which will be the due date. GSTR 1. GSTR 1 have been extended for different category of taxpayers. So irrespective of the turnover, I just need to find out whether I'm having monthly returns or quarterly returns. Of course, quarterly returns is only there for a certain threshold of turnover for 1.5 CR category of taxpayers and who opt for quarterly returns. For them, Jan to March, the due date has been extended up to 17th of July. For April to June, the due date has been extended up to 3rd of August, right? For monthly taxpayers, the due dates are 10th of July, 24th of July, 28th of July, and 5th of August. From these due dates, after these due dates are over, if I am filing my GSTR 1, then my late fees would be applicable from the prospective date. Last but not the least, we are talking about certain category of taxpayers who did not file their returns earlier, who are wanting to file their returns now. For certain people who could not file their GSTR 3B earlier from July 17 to January 20, and they are wanting to file their returns now, they thought their their late fees would be very high. For them, the government has provided a temporary waiver of late fees if your return was nil and if you're filing your return between 1st July to 30th September. If you're doing that and your tax liability was nil, then no late fees would be applicable for July 17 to January 20 return. But if there was any tax liability, in that case, the maximum limit of late fees would be 500 rupees per return. Of course, if anybody has already filed their return for any of these periods, they cannot ask for a refund from the government. This is only for those taxpayers who have not yet filed, and for a temporary period, they have been given an option to file with a lower late fees if they are having some tax liability. Otherwise, nil late fees if they did not have any tax liability. But remember, we need to file this between 1st July to 30th September. With this, I would like to thank all the viewers for giving a patient listening to this video. If you like this video, you can hit the like button below this video, and we'll keep on posting such videos for updation of all the viewers in future. And if you want to stay updated with my videos, please subscribe to my channel. With this, I would like to close the session. Thank you so much.